Okay, on this cops acting badly episode, that's what I call it, cops acting badly. Um, we're not actually doing a cop, we're doing a corrections officer. He's from Arizona. His name is Berman Comon. And yes, this guy was busted in January, but this just came out. I'm recording this 5/14/2025. This report came out 5/13/2025. You've got to hear this. Seriously, how are these prisons going to be able to maintain control when you have people like this as the correctional officers? Seriously, this dude was just ridiculous. This is what happens. Seriously, this is what's happening in our supposed justice system. You have people profiting off of it. Now, this is a individual guard. But let me tell you something. When I get the money, when I start making some money, when I do these cops acting badly, there are other groups that are profiting off the justice system that I really want to look into, but it's going to cost me money. I have to do the research, I have to find the people, I have to travel. I don't have that ability right now. So stick with me on all these because I'm trying to find these people and I'm trying to show you that our justice system is broken. So let's let you hear this clip that's from a local news station out in Arizona.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
In January, it broke the story of a corrections officer in an Arizona prison smuggling drugs inside. Today, we're taking a look at his disciplinary history, and it's lengthy.
Berman Comon had been with the Department of Corrections since at least 2013, eventually promoted to a Corrections Officer 3 at Lewis Prison in Buckeye.
Correction Officer 3 is more like a counselor. They're not just an officer walking the beat, if you will.
That meant Comon had his own office and greater access to inmates. But in January, that access ended.
Accused of supplying drugs to inmates for months. ABC 15's Fort Hatchett breaking this exclusive story for us tonight.
Comon was arrested. Investigators say he was paid $5,000 a trip to bring fentanyl and heroin into the prison. Total value of the drugs seized, at least $83,000.
Unfortunately, sometimes it is officers who have gone bad. They are the most trusted people who walk through those gates, and sometimes they absolutely misuse that trust.
Now, public records obtained by ABC 15 show this wasn't his first red flag. In 2020, Comon was suspended 2 days for watching a movie while on the job. In 2017, Comon was charged with neglect of duty and suspended for 2 weeks after an inmate died while Comon failed to complete the necessary security checks or, quote, observe that an assault was being carried out against the inmate. Additionally, he received 5 letters of reprimand over the years, including for inappropriate comments to a superior, telling her, quote, hey, if you weren't married, you and I would be together. And then, in 2024, investigators say he brought drugs into prison for months to sell to inmates.
They may be successful a few times, but eventually they're going to get caught because there is a rigorous inspection eventually of things and people that come in to the facility.
ADCRR told ABC 15 Comon's arrest is a sign of the system working, saying in part, quote, despite his 11 years of service, Comon was not exempt from the expectation to act lawfully and ethically. His actions fell short of the department's values, and as a result, he is no longer employed by ADCRR as of January 3rd, 2025. And an initial trial date in this case is slated for next week. Fort Hatchett, ABC 15, Arizona.
I don't care if you are conservative. I don't care if you are liberal. I don't care if you're libertarian. People like this should cause your blood to boil. These folks are in these jails getting high and they're becoming more violent because they're not bringing in weed. I can guarantee you they are not bringing in weed. And if you're one of the dumbasses Yes, I used that word. That believe that marijuana causes people to become violent. Well, yeah, you've got problems. But these people are this Common and all these other individuals are not bringing in weed. Well, they might be to a certain extent, but they're mostly bringing in coke or heroin or drugs like that. Weed would actually be a good thing. I can't imagine that any correctional officer would have a problem with finding that they've got folks that are smoking weed because hey, all of a sudden you've got folks that the worst thing that they've got to deal with is that these guys have the munchies and are giggling like idiots. Okay, there might be some folks that be a little bit more paranoid than normal. This is what's going on, as I said earlier, in a broken justice system. This has to be fixed. These people are not getting rehabilitated. They're not even getting punished. They're living they're living lives. Some of these folks are going in there drug addicted, and it would be nice if they could come out not still being addicted to drugs, but they can't. Not with people like this. I'd bring this up. This has been Paul, Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video, and I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.